Hi, I'm Patch Drury. I'm a board certified clinical hypnotherapist and a dream analyst, and I use this YouTube channel to teach people about dream analysis and the concept of the daimon, the internal guiding spirit inside of us that's trying to keep us on the preordained track of our life. I have a Patreon too that you can check out where I will teach you how to analyze your dreams and give you just a peek inside of all the weird things I think about. It's kind of like an OnlyFans for my weird brain, is one way to think about it. This video is all about what happens if you don't listen to your daimon. And so, with the concept of the daimon, like I said, it's this guiding spirit that's kind of poking you and prodding you throughout your life to make sure you stay on the path of your life. The idea is that we're all here to accomplish something. We're all here to give a gift to the world, in a sense. And we get little clues and hints about that throughout our life. Things we're interested in, people we meet, things that happen. And those are all little breadcrumbs leading us to a way of being in the world. And a lot of people end up ignoring that. Whether it's because they're lazy and they don't want to do the work, or maybe they get caught up in some sort of ideology that takes over and it kind of robs them of their will. Or maybe they get a job and it consumes their life, or they get in a relationship that consumes their life. There's all kinds of reasons why we stop listening to that internal voice. But when you stop listening, what happens? Well, what happened to me was I got fired. Um, and let me explain. I was working at a church. I was a Christian minister. I'm not a Christian or a minister these days, but back then I was, and I was starting to have a real crisis of faith. I was starting to kind of doubt the things I was supposed to believe in. They didn't make sense to me. And more and more it became clear to me, you probably shouldn't be working at this church. You don't believe the things you're supposed to believe to work here. But I was excuse me, I was in my late 30s, and I was kind of a chicken shit. And so the concept of quitting a job and striking out on my own without the guiding goalpost of my faith, it was scary. I'd grown up in the church. That's all I'd ever known. And so the idea of not being that and not having this job, it really kind of made me nervous. So I didn't pursue it. I didn't listen to the voice of my inner daimon trying to tell me what my direction was. And as a result, my daimon started making me bad at my job. Is the only way I know how to describe it. I started making silly mistakes that an 8-year-old wouldn't make. There were parts of my job that were really easy, parts you could have trained a chimp to do, but I screwed them up consistently. And Freud talks about parapraxis, that we make these mistakes that reveal something about our inner desires and our inner needs and beliefs and thoughts. And I kind of think the daimon works through parapraxis. It makes us sometimes bad at stuff we shouldn't be good at, because being good at it is going to get us so far off the track that we're supposed to be on that the daimon has to intervene. And so I'm not saying if you don't pay attention to your inner voice and your inner daimon that you'll lose your job. That's there isn't a one size fits all track for this sort of thing. But I believe the daimon wants to be paid attention to, and it wants to be important, and it wants to be heard, and it specifically wants you to do what you're here to do. And it will take steps to get you there. And even when it takes those steps, you're free to ignore it. Like I could have just said, okay, I got fired. I'm going to go get a job at another church. And so that would have been me really plugging my ears and going, nah, 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 not listening, not listening. But I didn't do that. I didn't want to do that. That would have felt very bad. Instead, here I am on YouTube talking about dream analysis and the Daimon. And even though for some people that's a very unusual path, my Daimon isn't kicking up a fuss. It's not. It seems happy with the path that I'm on. And so here's my invitation to you as a viewer: look at things that have happened in your life that may have at the time seemed negative or seemed like something you wouldn't have wanted to happen, and see if that is somehow the daimon interfering with what you've chosen to try and redirect you. I'm going to paraphrase. Jung had this quote where he says, God is anything that throws itself in front of my willful path. And so basically meaning like divinity, that higher power, that our souls are the thing that get in the way of our ego sometimes. And that's good because our ego, as great as it is, doesn't know everything. And sometimes we'll seek comfort over purpose. So listen to your daimon. Figure out, look back at your life and figure out where it was speaking. Look at your life now and figure out where it's speaking. Listen to your dreams, figure out what they're saying to you. Pay attention to the things that you're interested in. Pay attention to the things that motivate you, that feel good, that make time disappear, because those are the voice of the daimon, and they're begging for you to listen.